9-0 run before 11-0 run before Algeria were able to pull up a board. And how they pulled up a board in their first quarter was Hakim, who just shot the same way now. Considering the previous game, Senegal went 6-12 against Algeria, where they had the 6. They were at the disadvantage in the first quarter. So they've already turned around the momentum of that first game by leading as well as maintaining that lead. But let's see how they can keep composed of that, because of course we know what a second half can look like. We know how teams can come back from being down and change or find ways to correct their mistakes. But thus far, Senegal are sitting in the positive in terms of how the game is looking. Pulls up the shot from the bank, and he gets that to fall. And Algeria have replied when it comes to basket for basket trade in this game. Great positioning by Diouf inside, but he doesn't get the ball to fall. He feels like he was being rolled away from it. Had to fade away on that shot. But Algeria are right back down the floor. Can they get the advantage by picking them out? They don't. There it is. 2, 3 on 4 on 3. But the basket, he doesn't score that. Hakim with the hustle. And he has kept Algeria alive. In fact, he's been scoring. He's changed the momentum for them. He's the one collecting the rebounds and making sure they get second chance opportunities. There they go, and the rebound coming in from his teammate allows for them to be sent to the free throw line. Number 5, Abdennour, coming in and securing at least a 2-point trip at the line. Doesn't get the first one to fall as it bounces high up on the rim. No, nothing on that trip. And Yusafa is back down the floor. It's the 3 on 4. There comes the 4th. And there comes the 5th. Can he get the gap inside? He doesn't go all the way, but it is set up for a shot. The bank is open for Yusafa Diouf as he collects those 2 points. And Senegal are smelling blood, as you know what, they pick up in the full court. They're waiting for them at the halfway line, making it very difficult for that transition. But we've got some firepower on the floor, and that is in the opportunity, that is in the person of Abdurrahim. He's in number 11. Number 5 just had his shot cancelled. A lot of action happening on the floor right now. I'm also just taking it in. There are some complaints. There was a foul called against Algeria that cancels out that basket you just saw. And what they've now gotten into is a bit of a shouting match. Well, I can hear it from up here. But they're just contesting some of the calls and the fact that it takes away their advantage. Senegal, he's on the line, 3-point line. He's waiting. He finds Drame on the bottom. But Mohammed is on the floor for Algeria. And it is called against Senegal. That rewards Mohammed with his hustle there on the defense, because they've gained the possession. Senegal is bringing their defense all the way up, trying to stop them on that transition. But it goes all the way across. They make the pass. It becomes a 2-on-1. Can he set them up for a pick and roll? He tries to. Goes around. The defense is attentive. Mohammed is inside for Algeria, and he shoots it and he makes it. That, ladies and gentlemen, is an and one play coming in from Algeria. He was being pushed with the reverse momentum of the defender, and that shot falls for him. Muhammad for one. And it falls for him. So now they're sitting on 13 points. They have brought themselves back within a fighting chance if this half. It is only a 4-point difference, and that's it's a matter of 2 baskets. And if you consider Hakim for Algeria, that's a matter of 1 basket on the 3-point line. No advantage there for him, but he will be able to get the ball because the Algerians tipped it off. So it will be Senegal's ball to start. So just a correction on the score. The basket that we had seen had been cancelled. It didn't count. So Algeria are sitting with 11 points, and it is a 6-point game. Shot clock violation stands. And a technical has been given to Abdullahim. With excessive action happening off ball, no ball, and it is considered a unsportsmanlike foul. That will be sending Senegal to the line. Let's just see who they place on that line. They're going with number 12. Diodon Diago. And it rattles itself all the way to the bottom of the net. He collects the first one. Unfortunately, doesn't get that second one. But Senegal will keep the ball alive and keep the offense alive with that unsportsmanlike foul, of course, meaning that they retain possession.
Sobe assim por cada câmera.
So we've cleared up the confusion there. Algeria crying for the fact that Senegal has the possession again. But it was an unsportsmanlike foul by the called by the referees. So it does give the ball back to Senegal. They just have to find the basket within the seconds, but they don't. So now that is a 3-second call against them. So we have Algeria with the ball again. It is a 7-point game. Algeria looking to find themselves. Can they break through the Senegal defense? Whistle goes off. Number 11 holding, and it is Algeria's ball. Like we said, hey, it comes down to being able to read the signs and signals given out. It is a communication form when it comes to how the referees talk and how we as players, watchers, fans can actually keep up with the game. That turnover there by Al-Dukhim will be costly if Senegal score this basket. And in fact, they get fouled on the basket. Number 15 fouling the player as he's in shooting motion. Diadone fouled on the line, in shooting motion, so he will have 2 points to play for at the free throw line. Although I must say, Algeria, just because your backs are down or you backed up against the ropes, doesn't mean you should be complaining as much. Play a clean game and then figure it out. Play the game of basketball to win this. And he makes it a successful trip at the line. 2 for 2 coming in for Diadone. And a timeout has been called there by the Senegalese coach. He just wants to fortify the current plan when it comes to the team. So we've got 5 minutes and 20 seconds left of this second quarter. And Algeria are going to let it bounce or roll around until they get over the line, hopefully to buy themselves enough time. Mohammed has gained possession inside the key, but he can't stay there for long. He's got to pop out. And as he's popping out, Ayat shooting from range there, but giving themselves 2 more points. They're cutting down that 9-point lead, and it is down to 7 points. And of course, I think it's a commendable, let's say, difference in score leading up to the halftime. Senegal popping it out to the baseline shot, Diadone, and he collects 2 points for Senegal. And they've done well to reply when it comes to Algeria's advancing attacks, or at least their strategies to break down Senegal. There comes the little guy. He will set up that pick. Following behind. Does he get it? Doesn't. It comes off, but Mohammed with the rebound. And the foul called for the defense coming in from behind. Foul coming in from Samba Ndiao. Mohammed collecting the first of his 2 free throws. And 2 of 2 it is for Mohammed on the free throw line. And again, we are continuing to close off the score. It is now a 7-point game for Algeria. Double whistle going off just before the shot could be made. Waiting to hear what it is. And I do think it's because Abdul Khim was on the floor, so they had to make, well, he was on the way down, and they had to just make sure that no continued play can unfortunately endanger him. Senegal will now restart with the ball. It's over to Salou. Salou. He passes that over to the top. Can they get it off? The seconds are running down. They've got 4. Okay, he hits the rim, but the rebound is there by Mohammed. Algeria in the front court. Can they make it? Attentive hands by 2 points collected. Right into the hands of Al Dukhim. With 3 minutes to go, does Algeria have an opportunity here? But it comes off the front of the rim. But the foul was drawn. And you know what? That shot might just be able to do what it was meant to do. And if you can make all 3 of those free throws, they now have a very different close of the scenario. First shot goes up, and it just comes back over, rolling flat over the hoop. He gets the second one to go. And with one more, they will be at least within 3 points of this of Senegal's score. Sends it up, sends it down through the net. And Senegal are looking to trap some players in the backcourt. That happening between, well, they were trying to trap Mohammed in the backcourt, but he gets released as substitutions come in from the bench of Coach Pascal. Okay, so we have the starting point guard on the floor for Algeria, for Senegal again. Aliou Drame. He's passed it over to Youssoufa Diouf. Doesn't get Algeria not opening up on the gap for that pick and roll to be executed, but the player is alone underneath. He didn't see number 23 getting all the way. So first first coming out of that is Senegal back into the defense at home. Unsuccessful on the offensive trip. just off of the back of Algeria, making a couple of baskets and trying to close this gap. Back over to the top. They're looking for the pick. It happens. Muhammad is inside. Ooh, great movement there. And I will granted, Muhammad completed the play by scoring the basket, but there's nothing like the movement of number 8 from Algeria, Mohamed Maizi. That pick and roll that came in from his work as a low pointer is commendable. And if you are watching this and you are a young wheelchair basketball athlete, this is how you do it. That was an amazing play. Even I have to say so. Now Senegal are going to scramble a bit. There have been some cries coming up from their side. Flat, under the rim. The attempts are getting wilder and wilder. 3 seconds has been called. So Algeria have the momentum. They've created multiple stops on the Senegalese side of things. They've stolen the ball. They've converted on the other side. And now they are advancing. They are within 1 point of this of the score to close off the second. And of course, like any team is wanting to go into the half, feeling confident with taking the lead after what seemed like as I'm saying, you know, they are coming back into this one with a hot agenda. And Algeria would need one more stop just to get them back, or well, to get them into this. All right, Senegal not taking it exactly lying down. They say we're still in here. We are not shaken by you guys scoring baskets. That's what we've been doing all quarter. Now you've caught up, so let's keep playing. And there comes the defense. It sends Muhammad. Muhammad has the gap. He goes in, but it is deflected and blocked there. Stolen by Algeria. They're coming down the floor. He waits it out. They have the numbers. They have the advantage. Will they immediately try and take it? They do. Takes the shot, but it bounces out. Yusafa, he sends it over into the Saleho's hands. He doesn't see that he had 2 in the front court. He's going to try to shoot it. And it bounces out. And Abdullahim, credit to you. That stop comes from your attentive defense. And they are back down the floor. Ayach with the ball, sends it over to Muhammad. Muhammad looks and lines it up. Bank shot is good. And Algeria are going to be closing it out strong when it comes to this particular half. They are now, it's a matter of trading baskets, trading leads. It's a 1-point game situation, and we are counting it down. 40 seconds on the clock, and Senegal are still in it. Nothing has changed. We are now in the moments, the heated moments before this quarter ends. They're trading baskets. And the whistle goes up. In Senegal, you see there, before they actually start with the inbound, they're discussing how best to play the defense on these two. And of course, I think the big threat is the fact that that combination between number 8 and number 13 has really put the work on them. And Diadone is not willing to risk it. Saliu is not willing to risk it. And look there, they're able to pick them apart, eh? And this is what you talk when you're talking about a two-man game. This is exactly it. The work coming in from Muhammad and Muhammad. Yes, number 8 and number 13 are both named similarly Muhammad or Muhammad. But considering the wheelchair basketball rules, they can't enter that key until the ball has been inbounded. So defense has been set up. They've considered it a good defensive set. But Al-Dukhim basket doesn't fall. No contact, no call. But Algeria still have it. Shot goes up, but it doesn't fall just yet. Can Senegal make the converted pass on the other side and make it within the time? They don't get it up in time, and that will send Senegal and Algeria into the half with a 1 point difference game. Of course, that feels almost like nothing considering the fact that we have another 20 minutes of basketball to go, and this is for the coveted third spot on the African continent in the men's division. And I look forward to seeing how this particular game is going to end up. My name is Gina Panyana. Find IWBF Africa on all socials, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Follow us, like, subscribe, and we are going to be here all day. We still have 2 more electrifying games to come, guys. But before we get into talking about that, let's just get through this. Halftime, take a break, go get a breather. I'm going to do the same, and I will see you in about 15 minutes.
Kevin. Your name?
And we are back.
Du bord de la Teranga, le vent commence à souffler. Le drapeau vert, jaune, rouge est prêt à étoiler. De Dakar à Thiès, on entend bon rugissement. Youssoufa, Ibrahima, Yalla, Omar Bouye, Yallo, Dieudonné, Ablaye, Papa Mbengue, Soroudiengue, Samba, Abou. Ce n'est pas qu'un tournoi, c'est un titre à ramener. Vos fauteuils sont vos ailes, vos bras sont de l'acier. Le parquet de l'Angola va bientôt vous voir briller. À chanter avec force, Jamba. À chanter avec force, Jamba. Les lions sont là, direction l'Angola. Cap sur le Rwanda, faites rouler le tonnerre. Visez le panier, le Sénégal est debout pour vous encourager.
That's what brought them back into this one. They did that through 9 shots out of the floor from 25. They were successful at a 36% there for Algeria, while Senegal was shooting. They made 11 shots off of 24 shots. So more shots made from less shots taken. There is the success story of Senegal. While the turnovers for Algeria were sitting at 9, and Senegal's turnovers were 7, and points earned per piece were 7 to 8 points from each team. So they were using the turnovers to their best advantage, and what they did was they collected about 1 point for each turnover. Notable players coming in there for the Senegalese side. That is Youssoupha Diop, who currently has the ball. He scored 8 points for the Senegalese, the highest in that first half, and he gets called on a travel, so he's gonna have to go back onto defense and work on what they're gonna do to stop Algeria. Notable players on the Algerian side coming in from Mohamed. Now he's a highly efficient shooter, 3 of 3 free throws, as well as 4 of 6 shots taken on the floor and made, and that is what gave him 11 points for the Algerians. And of course, I just want to look at the hustle from Hakim. Hakim has 7 baskets, as well as 2 steals coming in there from Hakim Badashe, number 14 for the Algerians. What a shot to start for Algeria, and they get on the board like that, and they're gonna tie the game so far, and it is an impressive start to how we're going. 2-pointer, so they are still 1 point down. So they've replied to Senegal's initial income of basket. Do they get that one to fall? They don't. So there comes Ayachi with the ball for Algeria. Algeria have trapped 2 players in the backcourt, so he's waiting for his teammates to join him up ahead. Al-Hakim doesn't opt to take. He gets the basket under the rim, and Muhammad is there for that collection for Algeria. And as their top scorer, I think that is a great positioning from him and recognition from his teammates to get him into the right position. Do they lose this one? No, they do. And they're going to call it a run over. Let's see. Communication from the referees. Which one comes first? Is it the contact or is it the line? Ooh, and they call it on the line. So that gives the ball over to Algeria. Great hustle from them there, and they are rewarded with an offensive possession. They're coming down the floor. They had the Senegalese trapped. Mohamed again from inside, takes the shot, makes the shot. And I think a little bit more effort needs to go into keeping Mohamed out of the key. He's done really well to set himself up for good positioning, as well as just scoring baskets for Algeria. He's now up to 2 back-to-back for them, and they have the lead just like that. They started off in the deficit against Senegal, and Mohamed's just great positioning and shooting there brings them forward. Now is not the time to panic. Senegal not making some baskets, and sometimes that can get into a player's head. Ayach on the baseline with the ball, sends it over to Mohamed. Ooh, this time it gets tipped up by Youssoupha. Pulls up from 3. Ayach. Woohoo! We are in it. We are back. And that's what you call a halftime entry. that's how they did it. Timeout has been called by the Senegalese, and they are going to have to regroup. They had an initial great start with the basket in this quarter, but Algeria just kind of switched on, and they've definitely put up something of note. We've got 6 minutes on the clock, and that's how they started off the first of those. All right, so defense is in the backcourt. They're waiting for them to bring it all the way over. Senegal ball is in the hands of Diouf. He looks to find himself in the middle. He's within the key for the shot, and he gets that to fall. And of course, well composed taken shot there by Youssoupha Diouf for Senegal. Mohamed is inside, backing down, and he gets 2 baskets to go. He is on fire, and they're going to have to just do something. And I think they are trying to do that now, kind of rattle him a little bit, keeping him in the backcourt while the other 3 are on the attack. And it is a matter of picks, rolls. He gets out of it. He's waiting. Abdurrahim on him. They're able to push that into the front. Saleo, he's got to rotate. He sends it over to Youssoupha. Youssoupha backing down, takes a shot, but it isn't a good shot, so that one doesn't fall for them. Ayach in the front court. It's a 2-on-1 over to Mohamed for the finish, and he gets it to fall. And one play coming in from Mohamed for Algeria, and they're just kind of running away with it when it comes to the points right now. They have gone on quite the run. They started off at 25 points to 28 with Senegal, and they took that on a 6-0 run before Senegal called that first timeout, actually a 9-0 run before that first timeout, and they've continued to push that. They've put up 7 points since. Woo! And he collects his 3 points on the line. Of course, the 1 plus that and 1-2. So Algeria waiting for them on a line defense at the free throw line. Now they've split. They've gone into a bit of a teacup zone, but it is a man assignment, and each player needs to keep the other one busy. It is therefore a 2-man game now, trying to get it into the best possible opportunities. No shot available. Sends it over to Diouf, and time has run out. Defense are putting the locks on when it comes to the offensive attempts for Senegal. So Marafik with the pickup on the inbound. He sends it over to Ayach. The lightning shooter for Algeria sends it back over to Ayach. Ayach pulls the trigger. Doesn't get it to fall just yet, but he gets the foul though, and he just was a little too eager to make sure that they don't get that fast break out. And I think it's a matter of time. Everybody's trying to give themselves as much possible time, considering the fact that they bailed out on a shot clock. They are trying to make sure that they have as much time out of that shot clock to get to work. And he gets fouled, Diadone gets fouled, and he's going to be going to the free throw line. Whoo, 2 of 2 for Diadone on the line, and he's been really good at converting those. And I'll look at his first quarter stats when it comes to the free throw line. He had 1 of 2. He was making at 1 of 2. Same for the on-field shots. He was 1 of 2. So he's pushed that at least to a 3 of 4 now. Defense is all the way out. Muhammad from the 3. Can he do it all? But he doesn't get that one to fall. Senegal in transition. Diadone passes that over to Drame. Drame needs to make a decision. He does. He gives it over to Diadone under the hoop, but it doesn't fall. Muhammad has it. Looks up, but he sees a couple of defenders trailing there. Trying to jump into the lane on the outlet pass. Rafiq finds Al-Akhim. And it stays Algeria ball. Shot goes up, nothing happens just yet. Saleh with the rebound. They are in transition. Can they gain the advantage? They have 4 in the front court. It's over to Diouf. Fouled before he could take the shot. Number 8, blocking. It is a side ball, so it is in the direction for Senegal. Oh, and they fall asleep. And the defender was right under the hoop, got inside within time. Ayach with the ball. He rolls it back over to the top. He's looking for Muhammad. Mohamed Rafiki from the top of the key. Doesn't get it to fall. It was bounced out on a chair, and it will stay Algeria ball in the front court under the hoop. They have been given 12 seconds because it came down right after, obviously, it hit the rim, and the rebound in their favor. Tech given. And I mean, the outcries, and I did warn about this in the first quarter, it does come down to a behavioral matter. The referee made an initial call. His reaction is now unwarranted, and it goes beyond the initial warning he did receive in the first quarter. So a technical has been given to Rafiq for Algeria. Does well for Senegal there, and they keep on closing the gap. They just need to keep on pushing that score. Whether it's 1 point by 1.2 by 2 or 3 by 3 in the case when it comes to Algeria, it is the best options that they have. Diouf. The defense have kind of trapped them, the 3 of them all together, punched him up. He's taking it from range, but it comes off the side of the hoop. And Algeria will opt for an inbound play. And Abdel Khrim with the ball. Muhammad trying to gain that possession inside. He has. They send it up to him. Is he able to get it? He doesn't. He gets hit on the fight for the rebound. Well, the fight for the inlet pass. He gets hit. It is called on the ground. Senegal will pick up. That particular player will pick up his first foul. Ayach is still good with it, and Al Dukhim gets clear of the players, the defenders, with that pick and roll, and it doesn't get better than that, ladies and gentlemen. Well executed pick and roll there between Adiachi and Al Dukhim. Drame also trying to find his own big man inside, trying to pass it to Salah, but he gets fouled as he was receiving that ball, so it is on the ground foul. Shoots 1 of 2, gets the first one to go. No basket considered. Players moved before the shot was taken. Ayach and Muhammad are in the front court. It is a 3-on-3. What possession can they gain? They're trying to break through it. They still have some time, 10 seconds to be exact. Muhammad pass it over to Muhammad. Muhammad, and it bounces out, unfortunately. Yusafa with the ball. They're out into the rebound. There he comes with a speedy attack. Can he make it all the way? And it is called advantage to Algeria. They will consider that there was incidental contact and he went over. A warning coming in from the referees about players' behavior. Algeria trying to find Ayach and Muhammad connection. They get it to go, and 2 more points as Algeria continue to push the lead that they currently have. And it is now a 7-point game. How the tables have turned, that's what it had initially looked like with Senegal in the lead. Algeria having kept composure, found themselves, figured out the best strategy. Can they get this one to fall? Senegal not able to collect those 2 points. And it's going to become a crucial matter because they do need these points to start falling for them. They had a great lead and a great start to the game initially. But that man there, Mohammed, not taking his foot off the brakes as he did his best to actually bring Algeria back into this game. We have 10 seconds left of this quarter, and it has turned around. Senegal struggling with the with certain things that have happened on the floor. They're calling for the watch on the player movement off court, and that's how they gained the possession. And like I called, 10 seconds was left, and all they needed to do was get into the front court and score the basket, and they unfortunately were not able to. So they'll be going back to the bench with a 7-point deficit, and they've got to figure out how to play the next quarter, not dwelling on the last, and pick themselves up. It's not about how you finish, but it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish.
souffler. Le drapeau vert, jaune, rouge est bleu à étoiler. De Dakar à Thiès, on entend vos rugissements. Youssoufa, Ibrahima, Yalla, Omar Bouye, Yallo, Dieudonné, Ablaye, Papa Mbengue, Soboudjengue, Samba, Abou. Ce n'est pas qu'un tournoi, c'est un titre à ramener. Vos fauteuils sont vos ailes, vos bras sont de l'acier. Le paquet de l'Angola va bientôt vous voir briller. À chanter.
And it is the last quarter of the Algeria versus Senegal third place games. The winners of this will walk away with the bronze medal and, of course, a third place ranking on the African continent. And there's nobody who, they may not be in the finals, but there's nothing quite like the feeling of knowing that you're in the top three. And we get to talk about that for the next couple of years before, of course, the next para qualifying. No basket for Algeria just yet, so both teams are looking for the score on this particular one. Yusafa in the front court, can he make that? Ooh, and he gets that on the move for Senegal. So they score the first 2 points of this, and they've closed that 7 points to 5. Over to Rafiq. Rafiq swerves, takes the shot from the side, but it bounces out a little too hard, and Yusafa with the rebound. He's now down the floor. Can he make the advancement? Ooh, and he swerves right through the play. But that was quite the fall. Senegal have been moving the ball around. They're trying to find themselves. They get the shot up, but it doesn't fall. Mohammed with the rebound. He is going to have to push past or through. Ooh. Senegal with the foul. So Algeria will restart the offense from the line. And what Algeria have done, or they're trying to do, they were trying to trap a player from Senegal out of their defense, which they have. It is a 2-on-1. Mohammed with the ball. Mohammed doesn't get that one to initially fall. Senegal look for the transition. They are out. They're all the way in the front court. Do they have the numbers? They find Yusafa in there. He's going to try. There are many hands trying to block him, but he doesn't get it. Woo! Number 8. Gets called for the contact, so it will stay with Senegal. Ball is played in. A little close to the line for my liking. I would have liked him to go all the way in a bit more, but Yusafa has the ball, swerves around Halkhim. Abdulrahim trying to get involved. He did, and he actually switched off Yusafa's shot by distracting him in that moment, making him have to swerve out of the way. And what that does, it almost automatically distracts you from the hoop. It makes you look away, and it makes you have to focus on the fact that there's a player who's trying to get involved in your shot. Senegal are waiting for Algeria on the halfway line. Attentive defense is there, but they are able to get it over the line. Rafiq with the ball. He's looking for some help. He gets it. Abdulrahim, can he find the gap? Muhammad is under the hoop, but he gets fouled. And great positioning, great draw of the foul there. Unfortunately, Senegal fouled him as he was shooting too. So, well, no, he was receiving the ball. So let's have a look at what the call is. Muhammad doesn't get the first one to fall. Second shot also doesn't fall, and that might just come from the fact that he was hurt in that initial contact. There are 7 minutes to play of this third place game. Rafiki gets through, sends it up, but it comes a little short. He tries to make the contact. He does reach a bit. There's a cry from the Senegalese court, from the bench, from the coach. And he picks up a charge foul just as they were in transition. Abdulrahim from under the hoop doesn't get that one to fall. It is a battle for that rebound. Senegal come away with it. The ball is back in the front court with Drama. He passes that over. Can he make it all the way? It's a fast break, but he doesn't get the basket to fall. But he does get the free throws. He will be going to the line to collect some free throws there. Dieng for Algeria. No, Dieng for Senegal. Gets at least one of those to fall there in that basket on that trip to the free throw line. And Algeria are in the front court. They're trying to get out. Stoppage of game. Teammate of theirs is on the floor. So it looks like they've slowed it down a bit. They are moving the ball around. It's a bit far out. It is still outside on the three-point line. Not to say that the Algerians were shy when it comes to the line. They certainly were not. They don't connect, as he thought he had the right pass when it comes to Mohammed, but he didn't quite. So Senegal are trying to get themselves out of this deficit. They want to be able to close as much of this gap as they possibly can. Shot It goes up, but it is a little short. It comes off the front of the rim. We have number 12 who's checked into the game for Algeria, and he's going to give some rest to some of the guys who need it. Zuhair. And unfortunately, they are bouncing out on both sides of the floor. Zuhair there, but he gets swatted out of there by Saleo. Yusafa in the front court. Gets fouled as he was going up. And he will be going to the free throw line for 2. 5 minutes left of the third place game on the men's division. And he was unsuccessful on the technical foul that he was given the opportunity to shoot. So we will go back then to the side of the Senegalese offense where they were shooting. They're still shooting for 2. Both of those free throws not falling there for Senegal. And they are in the front court. Algeria is there. Hal Hakim. Let's see the call. It is a charge call. And now against number 14. So no, this is Hakim. This one will be against him. That path, that track that he was trying to clear for himself all the way to the front, unfortunately, does cost him an offensive set. And he's been caught out in the backcourt. Yusafa's waiting for the 5-on-4. The gap is there. Can he get the basket? Basket is good and 1. So they cross the 40-point mark. Well, they hit the 40-point mark with that 2 points. And he'll have one opportunity to shoot for that 1 point to close this down to a 2-point game. It has been an impressive quarter so far. Can you imagine? There have been times in this game where we thought Algeria have it. There have been times when we thought Senegal had it. And we are still going to have to wait and see what exactly the final call will be. So Senegal have a second opportunity on that missed shot. Diop for the basket, but he doesn't get that to fall. The rebound is a battle. They have it. Basket goes up, and he gets fouled again. So he's going to have another 2 shots to collect on the free throw line. And if you heard that pop, that was a technical equipment pop that comes in from the wheel of a player that has just gone poof. And we will take a timeout at this moment as both of these teams look to recover themselves. It's a 2-point gain. Can you imagine with all the lead changes we've had? Actually, I can, considering all the lead changes we've had. They've kept it close and personal. So we have 5 minutes to see how exactly this will all break down. No collection on the first. Nothing for the second one, and Muhammad with the rebound for Algeria. They are out in the front of it. They're the transition. They have one player down. Senegal is down a defensive player. Pass it out. Hakim doesn't get it to pass. And now it's a chase in the front court. Can Senegal save it? He's got enough pace. He gets it. He's going to have to wait it out. Basket is good, and we have a tie game, ladies and gentlemen. Senegal keeping themselves in it by hustle, and Algeria, of course, the calm composed. They weren't shaken by Senegal's lead initially, so let's see how they make the adjustments. In fact, the adjustment coming in by sending two of their players to the bench, and Bayach and Al Dukhim are back on the floor for Algeria. And giving themselves as much possible time. Mohamed passes it over to Ayach. He's going to line up a shot. It doesn't fall just yet. Can he get to it before it's all the way out? He cannot. So it will be Senegal's ball to start. Well, to continue. Senegal have the ball. It's in the hands of Diadone. Drama now has it. Can he find himself? He looked like he saw the gap at the shot, but he wasn't going to take it. Yusafa takes it. It rolls out. So we have a tie break. So that means right now we're looking for that all-important basket that's going to break them out of it. Can Muhammad get into there? Of course, Muhammad is a trusted player by that team. Great positioning by the defense. Ooh! Outlet pass doesn't connect, and it stays Algeria ball. Many of them aren't happy with these calls, but it is the ref's discretion. They know the rules way better than we do, and of course they make the call, and that's how it stands. Muhammad all the way over to Ayach. Ayach has the ball. Can the two-player game work on the far side while he takes the shot? It doesn't fall. Muhammad tried to get into the position of rebounding, but there was a tip ball situation. So Senegal will roll away with it. It is in the hands of Diop. He weaves it around with his teammate. Oh! Gets into the right position. Player is down on inside the key. So just to explain, so there is some complaint from the Algerian side that they should have the turnover, but it wasn't a turnover. It is a stoppage of game because the player's on the floor, and the last person who has the possession keeps their possession. Woo, pick and roll, good to go, and it is, and Senegal break the tie, and they take the lead. Algeria with the ball. They're trying to get through the press coming in from Algeria. They do. Algeria have the numbers. Abdrahim for the basket. And we are in a tie game situation. There was some hectic contact there under the hoop, but warning coming in at the half court as well. We have 2 minutes of this game left. It is 45 apiece for these teams. They've both scored more than they initially scored in their encounter. And of course, with the tie game situation leading up to the fourth, it doesn't look unfamiliar considering how that fourth quarter went. Yusafa with the ball. Do they get it? No, it doesn't fall. And it is a matter of a serious tiebreak. So it is now Algeria's opportunity to go down the lane. But Senegal are not relenting. They have the offense. Ooh, do they see the gap in the middle? The pick and roll, the press break. It worked. Oh, no. And the ball came off of some confusion as to which direction the ref pointed out. But it will be Algeria's ball. It came off of the Senegal chair. Ayach with the ball, sends it over to Mohammed. Mohammed has it. He's looking for a teammate. The middle looks open. Shot is taken, but it doesn't fall just yet. Diouf with the rebound. They're coming down the lane. Trama has it. Can he find his teammate all the way in the front? Takes the shot, and he makes it. And Senegal are in the lead once again. And I mean, it is a matter of trading these leads. Dieng with the basket there for Senegal. 3 seconds inside, and it was a good trap there by Algeria, by Senegal. Senegal trapped Mohammed inside. He then gets called on the 3 seconds. Yes, you may complain that is not per se the right thing to do, but at the same time, it is game strategy. And I mean, if you're a big and we're trying to block you out of it, that is how we do it. We trap you inside and you get called for the violation. So Senegal advancing. There comes the two players who had him trapped in the back. Can they take the advantage of the numbers? Yusafa gets into the lane. Can he make it? But it bounces out again, and he's not successful. Abdrahim in the front court. He is a 2-on-1. Doesn't get that one to fall. Uncontested, no contact. And we have less than 2 minutes to go in this third quarter game. Still no basket. Basket goes up, and it is finally good for Senegal. And Algeria call for a timeout. So we have 41 seconds on the clock. Senegal are in the lead by 2 baskets, 4 points. Algeria just took the timeout. So we're waiting to see how Algeria will make the adjustments to counter Senegal right now, and obviously to score so that they're closing that gap. It is 41 seconds. Senegal at best are not looking to rush. They're looking to compose themselves in this segment and retain the ball. They are opting to start in the front court, and of course, I think they're gonna either take it. They have the options of taking the full 24 seconds or 14 seconds to advance to find a good basket. The ball is into Mohammed. Ayachi has the ball now. He pulls up from 3. Woo! Hey, that's how you do it. That is how you do it. So we're approaching the 30-second mark. The game, it's a 1-point game. Fouled on the pass coming in. So stoppage of game. They have fouls to give. No, Algeria are in the bonus. They are sending number 9 to the free throw line. Dieng. No, they're sending Drama to the line. Number 11. Woo-wee. And it is a 2-point game. 26 seconds on the clock. Takes the next one, and he gets that to go. They're 3 points down. 26 seconds on the clock. A timeout is called, so both teams go to the bench, and Algeria will look to advance. And congratulations to, well, not congratulations, but good on Bilal Ayachi for the 3-pointer that obviously pushed them as close as 2 points into that with that score. It is a 3-point game. We know that Algeria can score it. Senegal recognize that too. So I wonder what kind of defensive setup coach is going to call to make sure that they're not getting the 3-point shot on the outside. 26 seconds before we crown a 3rd place team, nation, country on the African continent when it comes to the Afro Games for wheelchair basketball. Okay, Algeria have the ball. It's in Mohamed's hands. There comes Ayachi. See how the defense follows him all the way to the line. They want to make sure that he's not getting that 3-pointer shot come. There comes, he sends it up. Doesn't get it to connect. Senegal have the ball. He fouls him. And the foul is a little rough. I mean, camaraderie there from them. They understand what the game is like. But he has to do that. He wants to try and get the game to stop and send them to the free throw line so that they can gain that possession once again. Nothing on the first shot. Second one goes up, but he doesn't get that to fall. Oh no, Al Dakhim. Woo! He had initially tipped it into the hands of Yusafa Diop, but Balil with an impressive block. Timeout called by the Senegalese coach. Seven seconds on the clock. Senegal are in the lead. Algeria are down. The coach is drawing up a plan. They have the baseline inbound for Senegal. And we're going to, I wonder in this instance, what is the plan? Because you have a couple of ways that you could do it. You can inbound the ball, wait for them to foul you, and hold the ball so that they foul you, and you're sent back to the free throw line. They are in collective, so you'll be going there every single time. You can inbound the ball and try for a basket. Now, the risk with that is that what if you miss it and they get the rebound? There is 7 seconds. I've seen crazier things happen in basketball. They could advance that, and they could score the 3 points that would send us into an overtime, right? Or they get the basket, they dribble it out, Algeria doesn't foul, and they accept the situation as it is. But Algeria coming out into the defense, they're waiting for them. Ooh! And immediately there's a little bit of touch going on even them rolling onto the floor just to go and pass that inbound in. Okay, so they are opting for the defensive strategy. Algeria are double teaming on the inbound, and he gets the ball off, but Senegal hold on to it. Seconds are running out. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the third place game. And Senegal have won against Algeria. Of course, like I called it, I called one way of it going, and it is the revenge match. Senegal beating Algeria by 3 points, closing it off with 51 to 48 points. Congratulations to them for winning the third place and, of course, ranking third in the Africa Championships, while Algeria will rank fourth. They are still a semi-final team and top four on the African continent. Now, let's talk about the spectacle we have all been waiting for. It is the gold final games that will be coming up next, and we have an ultimate match coming up and a penultimate match. Of course, the North Africans, Algeria women, facing off at the Southern African women, South Africa's team. The contenders are coming in and they want to punch a hole in the history books as they are looking to defeat the reigning champions of women's basketball. We're going to give you a bit of a break. We're going to put up a clock for you in the timeout, and of course the groove is going to continue. Stay tuned, leave the live open, do your thing. But we are live at the Kilamba Arena in Luanda, Angola for the IWBF 2026 Africa Championship, and now we are left with two of the most important games of the day. Gold is on the line.
Du bord de la Teranga, le vent commence à souffler. Le drapeau vert, jaune, rouge est prêt à étoiler. De Dakar à Thiès, on entend vos rugissements. Youssoufa, Ibrahima, Yalla, Omar Bouye, Gallo, Dieudonné, Ablaye, Papa Mbengue, Soroudiengue, Samba, Abou. Ce n'est pas qu'un tournoi, c'est un titre à ramener. Vos fauteuils sont vos ailes, vos bras sont de l'acier. Le parquet de l'Angola va bientôt vous voir briller. Chanter avec force, à chanter avec force, les lions sont là, direction l'Angola, cap sur le Rwanda, faites rouler le tonnerre, visez le panier, le Sénégal est debout pour vous encourager. Gagnez, Marabattu, Lion, la victoire, handicapé n'est qu'un mot, le talent est votre loi, chaque libre est une preuve, chaque tir est un exploit. Traditionnel vous attend, le ministère vous attend, Anticobe vous soutient, portez haut nos couleurs, montrez à toute l'Afrique la force d'un handicapable. Sénégal vous regarde, le peuple vous soutient. Du bord de la Teranga, le vent commence à souffler. Le drapeau vert, jaune, rouge est prêt à étoiler. De Dakar à Thiès, on entend vos rugissements. Youssoufa, Ibrahima, Yalla, Omar Bouye, Gallo, Dieudonné, Ablaye, Papa Mbengue, Soroudiengue, Samba, Abou. Ce n'est pas qu'un tournoi, c'est un titre à ramener. Vos fauteuils sont vos ailes, vos bras sont de la Lyon. La victoire. Handicap n'est qu'un mot, le talent est votre loi. Chaque dribble est une preuve, chaque tir est un exploit. Traditionnel vous attend, le ministère vous attend. Anticommun vous soutient, portez haut nos couleurs. Montrez à toute l'Afrique la force d'un handicapable. Sénégal vous regarde, le peuple vous soutient. Du bord de la Teranga, le vent commence à souffler. Le drapeau vert, jaune, rouge est prêt à étoiler. De Dakar à Thiès, on entend vos rugissements. Youssoufa, Ibrahima, Yalla, Omar Bouye, Yallo, Dieudonné, Ablaye, Papa Mbengue, Soroudiengue, Samba, Abou. Ce n'est pas qu'un tournoi, c'est un titre à ramener. Vos fauteuils sont vos ailes, vos bras sont de l'acier. Le parquet de l'Angola va bientôt vous voir briller. Chanter avec force, Jamba, à chanter avec force, Jamba. Les lions sont là, direction l'Angola, cap sur le Rwanda, faites rouler le tonnerre, visez le panier, le Sénégal est debout pour vous encourager. Gagnez, Marabati, Lyon, la victoire. Handicap n'est qu'un mot, le talent est votre loi. Chaque dribble est une preuve, chaque tir est un exploit. Traditionnel vous attend, le ministère vous attend. Anticommun vous soutient, portez haut nos couleurs. Montrez à toute l'Afrique la force d'un handicapable. Sénégal vous regarde, le peuple vous soutient. Du bord de la Teranga, le vent commence à souffler. Le drapeau vert, jaune, rouge est prêt à étoiler. De Dakar à Thiès, on entend vos rugissements. Youssoufa, Ibrahima, Yalla, Omar Bouye, Yallo, Dieudonné, Ablaye, Papa Mbengue, Soroudiengue, Samba, Abou. Ce n'est pas qu'un tournoi, c'est un titre à ramener. Vos fauteuils sont vos ailes, vos bras sont de l'acier. Le parquet de l'Angola va bientôt vous voir briller. À chanter avec force, Jamba, à chanter avec force, Jamba. Les lions sont là, direction l'Angola, cap sur le Rwanda, faites rouler le tonnerre, visez le panier, le Sénégal est debout pour vous encourager. Gagnez, Marabati, Lyon, la victoire. Handicap n'est qu'un mot, le talent est votre loi. Chaque dribble est une preuve, chaque tir est un exploit. Traditionnel vous attend, le ministère vous attend. Anticommun vous soutient, portez haut nos couleurs. Du bord de la Teranga, le vent commence à souffler. Le drapeau vert, jaune, rouge est prêt à étoiler. De Dakar à Thiès, on entend vos rugissements. Youssoufa, Ibrahima, Yalla, Omar Bouye, Yallo, Dieudonné, Ablaye, Papa Mbengue, Soroudiengue, Samba, Abou. Ce n'est pas qu'un tournoi, c'est un titre à ramener. Vos fauteuils sont vos ailes, vos bras sont de l'acier. Le parquet de l'Angola va bientôt vous voir briller.  'Briller. 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 ' chanter avec force. Les lions sont là, direction l'Angola, cap sur le Rwanda, fait tout le tonnerre. Visez le panier, le Sénégal est debout pour vous encourager. Lion. La victoire. Handicap n'est qu'un mot, le talent est votre loi. Chaque libre est une preuve, chaque tir est un exploit. Traditionnel vous attend, le ministère vous attend. Anticobe vous soutient, portez haut nos couleurs. Montrez à toute l'Afrique sa soufflée. Le drapeau vert, jaune, rouge est prêt à étoiler. De Dakar à Thiès, on entend vos rugissements. Youssoufa, Ibrahima, Yalla, Omar Bouye, Yallo, Dieu donné, Papa Mbengue, Samba, Abou. Ce n'est pas qu'un tournoi, c'est un titre à ramener. Vos fauteuils sont vos ailes, vos bras sont menacés. Le parquet de l'Angola va bientôt vous voir briller. À chanter avec force, à chanter le connaît. Visez le panier, le Sénégal est debout pour vous encourager. La victoire.